Well, I planned to go live today. Not this way though. Was probably going to do was going to do Churchill Downs, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Out and about taking care of business today, unexpected business, and hey, that's how it goes sometimes, folks. But probably, maybe we'll do Churchill Downs tomorrow and go from there. Otherwise, we'll see. We'll do the best we can. Churchill's has a good card tomorrow, 11 races. And I want to wish everybody a good start to this Memorial Day weekend. Happy Friday, everybody. We made it. Do have the coffee here. I don't know what brand this is. I don't know what brand it is. It's in the machine over there. I'm in a waiting area. Actually waiting to drive somebody home from the hospital. It went well. Everything went well with that. But now it's just like the point is getting out of here. As soon as possible. You know how that takes, right? Anyway, all good on this end. Didn't get to race today, or didn't go as far as I wanted to with yesterday's Churchill card. And only got 3 races in, and then I had to be on standby. So anything could have happened with that. Otherwise, we got some good cards today. We have racing at Churchill Downs. We have Santa Anita today. Who else do we have? We have, of course, Churchill Downs. We have Belmont at the Big A. So you got a few tracks to choose from. I'm gonna get these fucking things off. Oh, jeez. So that's the deal there. So I'm just relaxing, making the best of it here. You know what else is going on? Steve Asmussen, I guess, won Trainer of the Week for his Preakness Day performance, Preakness Weekend performance. Paco Lopez, Jockey of the Week. Obviously, he's going to be Jockey of the Week wins the Preakness, right? Now the big news is the Belmont Stakes. There are some excellent races tomorrow at Churchill Downs. And the other good news is it's going to be racing all weekend. It's going to be racing on Memorial Day. Some people will be watching on Memorial Day. Some people have barbecues and different things to do. But that option for racing will be there on Memorial Day. So that's a nice twist. My arm is... hopefully I'll be out of here soon. It's 5 to 2 Eastern time. So kind of a drag here. Spend almost all day here yesterday, and then once I got the clearance that everything's okay, then I'm back today to bring somebody home from the hospital, and now it's like I've already been here 2.5 hours. I thought it was gonna be pretty quick, but you know how that goes. That's fine. Just got to be fortunate, that, knock wood, I have my health, and it's not me waiting to get out of here because of procedure or something. So, I've become my own armrest here. There's no real good food here at this place. And they charge an arm and a leg for it. So I'm waiting to get out of here, and then I'll go for a freaking pizza or something and get something good. A real good pizzeria. Am I going to play the races today? No, I'm not going to play the races. I didn't look at anything today. I'm geared up for tomorrow's races. They look like they're going to have some Churchill. I already have the the PPs, the Thoroughbred for Churchill Downs. Haven't looked at it yet. Looked at it a little. I saw they have a really good turf race. I think it's a 250K race. And they have a good sprint race before that. Oh. Jeez. It's a nice hospital anyway. I'll give it that. What else is happening here? Handicapping. Are you playing the races today? Remember, ice water in the veins. You don't want to get too high after a win. Start throwing the money around like Monopoly money, or too low after a loss that you're running to the ATM machine and you're spending money that you didn't expect to spend because you're now an emotional basket case chasing money that never works, or rarely works. Once in a blue moon it works, right? When it does work, that's when you feel like you dodged a bullet and you're just breathing a sigh of relief and just can't believe you got out of the hole. But that's not the norm. That's not the norm. Remember that. It's, yeah. You want to be on an even keel when you're playing the races. Set your bankroll in advance. Handicap the race hopefully before you start playing and the card began. Or if you can't handicap before the card began, at least give yourself time to handicap the race when they go to post. 20 minutes to post, 25 minutes to post, whenever that is. Look the race over. Don't be looking around. What track is running now? Okay, this horse is 8-1, this one's 20-1. You don't even look at the PPs and you play some sort of a bet. You can't do that. You can't play it that way. Come on, get real. Get real. Listen to me. Trust me on this. This coffee is pretty good. I made it black and it came out of a machine, right? But it was actually brewed. And I had the option. This is a 7-ounce cup. So I had the option for, regular coffee or strong. Well, I'm not drinking it black. I put 2 tiny creamers in there. So they give me the option, right? Do I want it regular or strong? So I said strong. So I put 2 creams in there, and I also put a sugar in there. I never add sugar to my coffee, but it's a pack of sugar. I figured, why not? Let me stay awake while I'm here, even though I'm well rested from last night. No, let me stay awake, okay? Let me get through this, and so I'll be pretty wired up. I don't know how many cups I had yesterday. Usually I don't drink coffee past noon, but yesterday I drank coffee till probably 3 in the afternoon, and then I switched to tea. I had to have something to do while I'm at this place. Jeez. But there's a lot of people here. It's not just me. And you can see people over at the coffee machine, and that's how it goes today. That's how I'm spending my Friday on Memorial Weekend. Hey, I guess it could be worse, right? I could be sitting at work somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, no complaints from me. I'm looking forward. What else? They're going to have racing on Monday. And 2 weeks from tomorrow is the Belmont Stakes at Saratoga. And Aqueduct Racetrack comes to a close. It's going to be starting early at Saratoga this year. Aqueduct Racetrack, final days are June 27th and 28th. Last 2 days, history comes to a close. And from there, The Saratoga kicks off its 2026 season on July 3rd. Of course, they're going to be up there for the Belmont Stakes. It's going to be a big week there for the Belmont Stakes. In a couple of weeks, they're going to have racing all week, big stakes races. And, the highlight being the Belmont Stakes stay. The Woody Stevens, I think they bumped the purse up to $2 million. Yeah, they bumped the purse to the Woody Stevens up to $2 million. But after Aqueduct closes 27th, 28th, on to Saratoga, and then the new Belmont Park opens up the first week of June. So I've got to definitely be there. Jury's out. Most likely I will not be at the Belmont Stakes this year at Saratoga. Here's the deal with that. It's going to be sold out. I think the seating is sold out, and that would have been a fortune. And on top of that, the general admission is $88. The $88 is not the $88 is not the problem. Okay, you're probably gonna. It's first come first serve. The place can only hold that much. It's not a big track. I'm not sure what the capacity is. I think it's about 52,000 or something. They'll stuff it more, but everyone's going to want to go to this. If you get an $88 ticket and you don't get in, you eat the ticket, basically. As far as I know, I haven't heard anything about refunds. I didn't see anything about it. And so figuring you have to get there around 7. What? People are going to be lining up. From what I hear, people are going to be lining up there. You're getting it around 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe earlier to get in, right? And I think the doors open. I'm not sure what time the doors open. 9? Does it? I'm going to start early. Now, if I'm going to go there, it would be driving. That's over 200 miles, so you're talking about almost a 5-hour drive, or 240 miles or something. So you're talking about a massive drive. So that means leaving. There will be no traffic. Yeah, it'll be about a 4-hour drive. About a 4-hour drive or so. That's if you average 60 miles an hour. Now remember, there's some tolls. I don't anticipate hitting traffic if I leave at 4 in the morning, or if I want to get there at 9, leave at 5 in the morning. So now now what time is the Belmont Stakes going to go off? Almost 7 o'clock, right? Somebody's commenting. Let me just see who's here. Laloy. Hey, Laloy, how's it going? Hi, Coach. Which racetrack are you at, Coach? Today, I'm not on any track today, Laloy. Good to hear from you. Today, I'm at, I'm in a waiting room at a hospital to drive somebody home. And yesterday, I was here, brought them here, and was here all day yesterday. No complaints, but okay, I got here, around noon yesterday and left here around 7. Now I'm here today since, maybe 11:45, so I'm going on 2.5 hours, so I didn't get a chance to handicap anything today. But maybe tomorrow we'll be doing Saratoga. So that's the deal there. Andre, shut up, fool. Fuck you, Andre. Always an asshole in the house. Paul, boom. And so that's the deal, Laloy. Other than that, we're doing good here. What else is going on? Weather is beautiful today. It's going to be a tremendous day today, but the rest of the weekend looks like a lot of rain. Big rain, most likely tomorrow and Saturday. So, hey, but that's all right. We got a big day of racing tomorrow at Churchill Downs. And we got the PPs for that. Boy, I also watched Saratoga Harness. The Saratoga Harness, they have good harness racing up there too, and it's not far from the Saratoga racetrack. I think it passed the harness track like a mile or two right before the racetrack. And Jose Mendoza. So, what else? Let's see. Said hi, Jose. Good luck today, Jose. And Leloy, good luck today. So yeah, start to the holiday weekend today. So it'll be a good time. Looking forward to it. Maybe get a little, you know, see a movie or something this weekend. Get out. Maybe go out to dinner this weekend as well. So we got some plans here for the weekend coming up. Whew. So what else? What tracks are you playing today? Good luck to everybody playing today, whoever's joined here. Time 10 after 2. Look at they got the news on, they got the big screen TV. Just a 26 pick 6 for me, coach. All right, that's a good deal. Good deal. You could get that done. At least you got a 20-cent pick 6. I think that they have a $2 minimum pick 6 at Santa Anita. There's another carryover there. Hardly anyone plays it in Santa Anita. You know, and when you cut the contestants down because they're forced to play for $2, I mean, that makes it rough. You know, with 20 cents, you probably get somebody in there. I tried the pick 6 on the Derby day, Kentucky Derby day, for 20 cents. And I thought I had a good shot to hit it. I ended up getting 4 right out of 6, but it's not going to do it. Yeah, Leloy said 20-cent pick, it's $2. Nobody wants to play that for $2. Even the big players are hesitant because they can't spread the way they normally do. And it's a tough game, you know, picking 6 in a row. You know, just try playing the pick 3s. I mean, at least you can play pick 3s at Churchill Downs. And for 50 cents, even that's hard to hit for 50 cents. Now you're going to try and string 6 in a row at $2? All sorts of, things to keep in mind there. And I think one of the things when you're handicapping these races, one of the advantages to handicapping the races in advance is you get to see what races you like. You could pick out, say, okay, really love this race. I could narrow it down to a single or no more than two. Then you can play around with it, put something in front or behind it, or a sequence, a couple of races in a row where you see something really nice, and work off of that. So you know your spots, and pick your spots and save your money for that sequence of races. So that's the deal with that. See, I've never used this function on the phone before, the live. Maybe I have a long time ago. I usually use it from StreamYard, but here I'm using it straight from YouTube. You know, I may step outside for a bit here, get a little air. So I'm going to see what's going on here. You know, if you lose me here, it's I'm trying to figure out how to do something with this phone. Whatever. What is this? Lighting, create highlight, mute, flip. Oh, brother. What is this? All right. I'll probably pop off for a bit here. I want to thank everybody for joining in. I'll probably be doing we'll see how it goes. Maybe Churchill Downs tomorrow. I still have to learn, okay, Leloy, I still have to learn where you pick horses, coach. I don't know how to read stats. All right, well, maybe we'll do a show on that coming up. And I use Brisnet and I use Thorograph. You know, this is the stats I use. I keep looking at my watch. I want to get out of here. So good luck. Have a great start to the weekend, everybody. And talk with you soon.